All right. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? This is Twin Flames Unite, and we are at it again. And if you don't know by now, I'm Chris.
And I'm Lisha.
What up? What's going on, everybody? You know, we are here to bring you practical solutions that you can apply easily, naturally, and automatically
in your everyday life, so you can tap into your unlimited potential
and rise to the highest version of yourself. All right. Now, this evening we have a interesting topic to dive into.
Yeah.
We're talking about relationships tonight, and we're talking about really setting yourself up for success.
Yes.
And also being grateful for what you got.
Right. And we're just gonna dive into a small teachable moment that we discovered. And it's just we're gonna play it for you guys, and you guys can listen to it. You know, it's a really short clip, but it's really a lot of lessons in this young lady's experience that we wanted to share. Maybe you guys might have seen it, maybe you might not have. But I just really think that it's really so much that we can learn on someone else's journey, you know, through their experiences, whether you look at it as bad or good, whatever. But we thought that we want to highlight this. I mean, we're not out there in the dating world. Right?
Yeah, yeah, and that's one other thing, because we're not out there playing these games.
Yeah,
you know, there's so many people that are into the whole polygamy type thing, and then you have some people that are good with the one night stands. There are some people who are good with being the side chick and being the side dude.
The third dude and the fifth girl. Like, it's a lot.
It's a lot of people out there just picking different partners. One partner is paying the bills. One partner is providing the sex. One partner is providing the emotional support, and this is all cool. I'm like, oh, what the hell is going on here?
It's a lot of changes, a lot of revelations in the dating pool, the dating arena right now. But again, we just wanted to play this little clip for you guys. And Empire of Neutrality. Oh, that's Danny. What's up? Okay,
what's going on, y'all?
Y'all doing a little bit of rebranding. That's what's up.
Okay.
Change is always good. And D, welcome. We got Virgo Love in the house. Welcome, y'all. Welcome.
Yes. So before we get into this clip, once again, this is a clip that is from another, I wouldn't say YouTube. He's not really on YouTube. He's more on Facebook. But we're just going to play just a small bit of this video, and we're going to talk about it a little bit. And in addition to that, if you are out in the dating game, leave a comment or let us know what are the rules for dating right now, because it's like it is not what it used to be when we grew up.
It's changed.
You know,
Empire of Neutrality, which is Danny. He said, "We really enjoyed your late night channel."
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. You do it all the time. I'm kind of used to it.
I'm just switching things.
He said, "We really enjoyed your late night channel message the other night. Really spoke to us and what we've been going through." Boom.
Hey,
see, we love that confirmation.
That's where we go. That channel just comes through. But tonight we want to handle some things that are going on in the forefront in the dating world, and it just blows our mind that this is going on.
Right. Wow.
So we're gonna play this clip.
And again, we're playing it because it's a teachable moment in here. She's sharing something that she has learned, and I think it's, kudos to her for being brave enough to really share what she has learned on her journey. So we just gonna play it. Hopefully we don't get any type of whatever, but we gonna play it.
We shouldn't. We'll get it in. All right, let's go. Hold on. All right. So we're just gonna play this little clip here, okay? Just talking about we're not gonna go into what Jeremy is talking about. If y'all don't know about Jeremy L. Holloway, definitely check him out. The brother gets some really good insight as far as when it's dating stuff, and it's not sugar coated. So definitely, it's something that's needed. So let's just play this little clip here.
But I'm just gonna start off by saying,
I can't be the only one with this kind of story. About 2 years ago, I was in a relationship with a man, And he was about 40. I was about, what, 25, 27, something like that. But he was willing to invest in me physically, financially, emotionally, religiously, like all aspects. He wanted to make me a better woman for him. Well, he boosted my self-esteem and my well-being so much that I thought that I could do better than him. And now fast forward, I am now post dealing with a narcissist. I now understand that not all men have your best intention at heart. Not all men will invest in you, and not all men will uplift you. So when you get the opportunity to date such a man, do not let it go.
All right, guys.
Okay, so that's the little snippet that we wanted to play. We're gonna let that rest and let y'all put some comments in the chat if you got comments in regards to that, because we're about to go in on this.
Similar experiences. This just kind of blew me away. I mean, as a woman, it really it blew me to the left,
right?
Because I didn't get it. Anybody got that? Like, did y'all? Maybe I'm old school. I don't know.
Kissed by Brazil. Okay.
All right now.
All right.
Okay.
But let's get into this.
Yeah.
Because just to break this down, you know, most women want a partner.
Right.
Right? A partner that is going to uplift them mentally, spiritually, and physically.
Emotionally, spiritually, you know.
All the leads.
All the leads.
Right? And so, in this particular young lady's situation, and in quite a few other ladies' situation, they end up getting out of this partnership where they're getting their needs met.
And they're feeling fulfilled and it feels successful on some level.
But now here's one thing, and this is something that we've talked about quite often, and this is the reason why a lot of people have the run and chaser phase. Because understand this, prior to her getting into this relationship, she wasn't whole.
Right.
So she ended up getting exactly what she wanted,
right?
But she wasn't ready for it.
Right. Because look, Danny, you got something really good here, baby. You could highlight that and put it at the top right up there, the last one that he made, because that comment is exactly what we see in here. So this is a young lady, like Danny says. So he built her up as far as her self-esteem, and once all of that was done, she dumped him after she became, quote unquote, better than him. And now she regrets it. So like my baby was saying, this is a teachable moment for all of us, you know, not to shame the young lady or to, she's a wonderful young lady. She's very beautiful. And I'm glad that she actually shared her experience in light that maybe somebody else out there might have been heading down that same direction, and she could spare them that grief, because not all experiences we need to really experience. We can learn from our peers in some instances as to what not to do.
I was big on this as a kid. I would watch my older sister, my younger brother, and them get in trouble, and I would figure like, okay, I don't need to do that so that I don't get in trouble.
Exactly. So not everything you need to run through. I always say big up to the crackheads. You know, they're really my favorite souls that travel through this planet, because they are one of the few experiences that you can actually look at and you can see the results, and you could know that, you know what, I guess I don't need to do crack, you know, like I don't need to go and experiment, because my brother here went, you know, took that journey, and I'm so grateful for him taking that journey, because now he or she is showing me what I don't need to do. So, you know, on another level, you know, we just have to really pour out a lot of gratitude for the
Right.
people who are willing to take those journeys so that we can see what we don't necessarily, have to do, or the type of paths that we don't necessarily have to take. So big up to this young lady for sharing her journey, and just letting us know that, when we open up to the universe, and when the universe decides to really grace us with some gifts, we don't get too big-headed and decide that, you know what, I can do better than you, because now, I wasn't feeling all that, but now you pumped me up, and so now I could move on and, do better. And you see what happens is that type of energy, it comes right back, because now it's like you're leaving that relationship with a whole different type of narcissistic energy. And so you're going to literally attract that when you go outside.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Because what really happened is she got some instant karma.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
And once again, karma is not anything good or bad. It's just a cause and effect. But what she gave out, she got back.
Came right back real quick, hard too.
Yeah.
But it's a life lesson.
Yeah, it's a life lesson. I don't know if any of you all are out here and you've experienced this, where you've had, and this goes both ways, both male and female.
Yeah.
If you had a really good partner that was really pouring into you, right? But you ended up leaving that person because you thought that you were better than them.
After they poured into you. Right.
Forgetting the whole fact that you were broke down and disgusted before this person entered your life. And now you want to just to the left with them?
Yeah, again, we don't really know what the dating pool is like, but according to Jeremy, he said he was saying that this is quite popular. Like, it's you meet this more times than not. Like, you would date an individual, and then, you pour into them, and then they'll get really, about it, so to speak. And then they'll just leave for the next better thing or the next best thing.
Right.
And so, again, you guys, if somebody's out here in the dating pool, if you might have had some type of similar experience, you guys would know better than we would, because we're not out there, doing this dating stuff. We good. We already.
Yeah, we ain't doing it.
We chilling like a villain right now.
And once again, if anything happens to either one of us, this whole dating thing
we good.
Out the window.
We straight. We can't even recognize the war right now.
No, we really can't.
Okay. What Danny got to say? He said, put him up. Let's see. Put him up.
Yeah.
He said, I was that guy for quite a few girls before I met Brooke, but I choose not to hate on them in order to manifest my twin. See?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've all gone through that point. And then, this goes back to a video we did a little while ago, which is really preparing yourself to be with your twin flame, your soulmate, or whoever that dream partner is.
Right.
Like, you have to make sure that you are a vessel that can contain that type of love.
Right.
And in a situation like this, unfortunately, that young lady at the time when she met the dream guy of her life, her vessel was not,
probably wasn't ready to receive what was being poured in. Or maybe she felt like he was fixing her for someone else. Right. In a sense.
And once again, this is a teachable moment. This is one of the reasons why we stress so often for individuals to do the work. Because if you really go through and do the work, whether it's your twin flame or that dream partner that you've always been looking for, you won't miss the boat.
Right. And Danny got something else. He said, Spirit said, how selfish of you if you would shut down your heart after they left, and the girl that was waiting for you would be denied the love she deserves because you shut it down. Wow. And you see, this has a ripple effect too, right? And I know oftentimes women can be kind of hard on men. They'll be like, oh, it's so hard to find a good man. These men nowadays, But then when you really think about it, there's two sides to a coin, right?
Yeah.
Now, this person, she said, was a decent individual, right? He opened up and poured in. And so there is a domino effect to that, right? Because we don't know the guy, but it's a good possibility that he could have, maybe that was his last straw, right? And he just decided to say, you know what? I'm done with all of this pouring into people, being nice to people. Look what you get when you be nice to people. And then judging everybody based off of this one experience and just completely shut down. So then instead of us having, I'm just going to put a number, 10 good men out there, now we only got 9. I'm just saying, these things have a domino effect. So you know what? Oh, honeydew, welcome, sweetie, welcome. Celestial, Mayat, welcome. Peace and love. Greetings, guys. So you missed the video.
Yeah, and we may play it again just to drive this home, but just to take a quick commercial break. For those of y'all who would like to have a card reading this evening, the information is down below where you can send your donations via Cashapp if you would like to have a card reading this evening. And also, in addition, one other thing that we needed to mention is that we understand that right now that a lot of people are going through some difficult times financially, okay? And so because of that, we have put out our bundle package that we put out every now and again, where you can get a natal chart reading as well as a card reading for just $88.
Yeah, it's a full card reading, not like the ones that we do here. It's a full spread. Full
card reading. We're not talking about pulling 2 or 3. We're talking about, in some cases, it may be about 9 to 12.
Wow.
So yeah. So if you would like to partake in that special that is running until the new moon, it's going to cut off on the 22nd of this month. You can go to our website at twinflamesunite.com. Let me just put it up on the screen. Oh, wow. Excuse me.
Oh, my. It's a good dinner.
Yeah. You can go to that website and you'll see that that session is available where you can book a session with us and get it for a fraction of the price of what we normally charge for it.
Is it before the new moon or the full moon?
No, the new moon is on the 22nd.
22nd, okay.
Yeah, well, excuse me, full moon.
Okay.
Full moon is on the 22nd. I don't know why I'm thinking new moon. I'm thinking something else. But yeah, so if you would like to partake in that, you can go to the website and book a session for it. And but getting back to what we were talking about, right?
Yeah.
Now, one of the things to really kind of point out in this situation is not being prepared for what you're asking for. The consequences of that. You know, and sometimes, you know, you can really like, and actually it's really wrapped all up in her whole experience, which is that she got what she wanted. She enjoyed it. She loved it. She basked in it, but at a certain point, you know, the ego kicked in. It's like, hold on, and see, this is where I'm a little biased when it comes to the age thing, because I've had some older women hit on me, and I'm talking about older. I'm talking about at least a decade or more.
Patti
LaBelle type, like real talk. Patti LaBelle, when I was like 12, was hugging me a little too long. But anyway,
I know how they do over there in Hollywood.
Yeah, but gosh, it threw me off. Oh, I know what I was doing. Okay, but when, like I said, I'm a little biased when it comes to the age thing, because for somebody who is that much older than you, they live so much of a life, and you may not have the same experience to really match up to the experience that they have. And you may not have the mental fortitude that they have as well. Because I'm pretty sure that older gentleman developed some patience
over the time because of his past experiences, and she's now stepping out, gathering her experiences.
So sometimes when it comes, and we've seen it with some, there are 2 other couples that we knew of that were in their relationship phase.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it went well for quite some time.
Yeah.
But after a while, it's like, you know, the question comes up like, I want to have kids. Well, I'm not old enough to have kids or things of that nature. And it just, they went their separate ways. But if they were the same age, would they still be together? So, like I said, that's my bias, it's my opinion, and I'm entitled to it. Like everybody else got a butthole, I got one too. So,
I'm about to go get some water.
Okay.
Quick commercial break.
Quick commercial break.
Hold on, I'm about to get some water.
I go get it.
You will get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm let my baby finish up with that. But yeah, that's something to think about.
I'm gonna pull the card for today. Let me go take his seat. This is his seat. I'm sitting in his seat. Let me wiggle in his seat. I stole his seat. Hold on, man. Y'all got some comments coming in here. All right, Honeydew. What we got here? Danny said 99 bottles of good men on the wall. 99 bottles of good men. Oh, really? We got Honeydew said storm, power outage, flooding. My son will be 18 in a week. Congratulations, the big 18. A few weeks before he was born, this happened. Oh, you know what? We should do a video on storm babies because my last two kids, they were born in the middle of the storm. Y'all remember Hurricane Sandy? That big storm that came in back in 2012? That's when my son was born. He actually was born on a Sunday, and that's when Hurricane Sandy came in, shut the whole hospital down. And Sarah, she was born in the middle of a storm, which is was February the 1st, and New York had a terrible winter snowstorm, and same thing happened, shut the hospital down. Both times my doctors couldn't come in to deliver the baby. But babies that were born in storms, they carry very strong kinetic, like their energies. It's kind of like those souls are really strong. Okay, those are some significant souls that come through when the weather changes like that. But Honeydew, you should look it up, and we probably will do a video on that one day. But Honeydew, look it up. Look up babies that were born in storms, and you'll see they're a little different. They trust me, they different.
Yeah, way different.
Because I got two that was born in
a
snowstorm and a winter storm, and then my middle son, he was born in a perfect day. The smack middle of the year he was born. Perfect day, and he's just the way that he came in. What we got? What else we got in the comments after Honeydew? No, we got some comments that rolled in after Honeydew. After that one, yeah. Oh, she was teasing you with Patty LaBelle. He said Auntie Love. And we got a question there by Home with J1.
Yeah. Just once again, that's when it comes to the age thing. That's my personal preference. Everybody else has their own preference, but just keep in mind that because see what happens a lot of times when people fall in love, they forget about the long-term things.
Yeah.
Okay. About whether or not they want to have kids, because once you get to a certain age, you know, the baby making thing really kind of shuts down, especially if you're not taking care of your body and things like that, which most people in America especially are not doing. So they can't have babies like Ruth in the Bible and stuff like that. Right. But you have to take that into consideration. Then you have to think the other part, are they going to be able to keep up with me sexually? You know, at certain age ranges, yeah, some of these older ones can keep up with you, but that age gap goes away, because let's just say you got a 20-year gap, right?
Right.
Okay. You got one person that's 30 and one person that's 50. Now, if you're one of like our melanated people, you know, when you get into the 50s, you know, you can still keep going, and it's no problem.
You're just now getting started.
But what happens when the person who was 30 is now 50, and now that 50-year-old is 70 years old? When you're in your 50s, you know, you still want to get some, but can that 70-year-old still supply? You
still got juice in the wagon. So,
because like one of the things I told Alicia when we got together, one of the things that was really in the forefront of my mind is that, can I see myself getting old with this person?
That's another thing.
You got to think long term,
realistic, you know. And I know love is beautiful and everything like that, but you still have to be honest with yourself at a certain level, right? You want to, and this is the thing that really messes that thing up with the age gap. Not saying that it's not possible, right? Because love surpasses every and anything. Because you can truly meet someone and you have a 40-year age difference, right? This is possible.
Yeah.
And you guys are so in love with each other that the one, you know, that probably doesn't have kids, you know, doesn't care and doesn't even want to have kids because they just feel okay with spending the rest of their life with that other individual. This is very possible. It's not impossible at all. But you just want to make sure that with the age gap, you want to make sure that your short-term and long-term aspirations and goals are in alignment, right? You want to make sure that that is really solid and in there. And even sometimes too, you have to make room and be a little flexible with the younger person.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they're still growing. And so they might feel a certain way. Let's say they're 22, 23, and you're 40. When you're 21, 22, 23, you still really don't know what you want technically.
No.
You're still growing every day. You're still learning. You're still changing. So maybe by the time they get to be 26, 27, the way that they felt when they were 21, 22, it evolved. It changed. Right? So you got to make room for those type of growth spurt for people in that age range. And, you know, you just have to be realistic about it sometimes.
Yep. And it seems like we got quite a few people that's that just checking in that didn't see the video. So we're just going to play it one more time just so everybody else can see it and really get a gist of what we're talking about here.
Right.
Because once again, this is a teachable moment.
Yes.
Like my baby said, this is a beautiful woman.
She's gorgeous.
But it's just... See, this is one of the things that we also talked about as well. Beauty is not the end all be all. Just because you're beautiful doesn't mean that somebody just gonna stay with you and treat you well just because you're beautiful.
Right.
So let's just play this.
We're gonna play one more time, just for those who are just coming in.
Right.
And this is, again, it's a teachable moment, okay?
Right.
Don't pay attention to Jeremy.
Yeah, don't worry about his facial
expression.
See, that's just him.
It's so much.
All right.
I'm just gonna start off by saying,
I can't be the only one with this kind of story. About 2 years ago, I was
His face,
in a relationship with a man, and he was about 40. I was about 25, 27, something like that. But he was willing to invest in me physically, financially, emotionally, religiously, like all aspects. He wanted to make me a better woman for him. Well, he boosted my self-esteem and my well-being so much that I thought that I could do better than him. And now fast forward, I am now post dealing with a narcissist. I now understand that not all men have your best intention at heart. Not all men will invest in you, and not all men will uplift you. So when you get the opportunity to date such a man, do not let it go.
Okay, so that's what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
And once again, it just has us a little bit concerned.
Yeah.
And this is what we're talking about, how the grass is not always greener. Okay. And it's also a teachable moment about doing the shadow work. Because just imagine if this young lady had gotten to the point where she didn't need to be built up.
Right.
To the point where she already saw the value in herself. Okay. And this is the other thing why you don't have to really worry about Instagram pics, because even though the Instagram pic may look good, they probably are really not together
on the inside.
Okay.
And that's what really counts, you know, is what's on the inside that really does count.
Right.
And, you know, the beauty of life is really to get the outside to line up with the inside. And once you can get that accomplished, man, I'm telling you, that's a beautiful thing, man.
Yes, it is.
Beautiful, beautiful thing. So, again, just a teachable moment for us here from this beautiful young lady who was able to share her journey and her experience. And hopefully it could be a teachable moment, a lesson for anyone out there who's watching, who might be in the dating, arena right now, because we're not.
Right.
But hey, just because we're not
off the market.
Yeah. Just because we're not in the dating arena, it doesn't mean that if we come across stuff like this, that we can't share it for those of you who might be able to learn something from this beautiful sister, from her experience, because we share our experiences also, good, bad, ugly, whatnot, in hopes that somebody can learn from our experience and save you guys a trip down that pathway, so you don't necessarily, I mean, some paths we do have to take.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And some paths we don't. We really don't have to take some paths. We could quite clearly see from someone else's experience that, you know what, I'm gonna skip that one.
Yeah. Yeah. And so if you didn't catch anything from this, especially from the videos that we've done over the past few weeks, definitely, like, if you feel like there's any part of you that is missing, if you feel like there is a void that needs to be filled, if you are still being triggered by this, that, and the other, take a pause on dating for right now.
Yeah.
Okay? Because one of the things that he
Jeremy's, boy, he's something else.
Jeremy's funny, but he's got some truth in it. Because he brought up this point to where if he go up to a girl and he starts talking to her, and then she tells him, you get to a point where you get into the conversation like, well, how was your last relationship? Right? And so if a girl is going to tell a guy that she just came out of a narcissistic relationship and things were just awful, for a healthy human being, healthy male, I'm going to say, oh, okay, well, I'm going to let you go ahead and heal.
Do that work, baby.
You go and heal first.
Yeah.
Get over all of that trauma that you went through,
right,
so that we can actually be together, because you're not going to put that baggage on me.
Right. And this is how we really should be thinking. Right. This is why you want to ask, these type of questions when you go out with someone. You want to ask questions. They're called qualifying questions.
Right.
So, hey, how was your childhood?
You got to ask these things.
Okay. You want to know what type of trauma is still in there. If they're still talking about stuff from their childhood that they have not gotten over, it's up to you now. Everybody got their choices, but just know, at least it gives you an opportunity to see what you're in for.
Right.
And if you feel you have the wits and you can be the super saver, hey, I got this. Let me put my cape on.
Hey, and on the flip side of this, the guy that she was with on the other side, that built her up, he got some work to do too.
Of course he does.
Because he's an older guy, so he felt like, oh, I got to do all of this so that I can keep somebody and they will stay with me and they'll love me and things of the nature, because of all of these things that I'm doing for them. But once again, if he had done his work, he would have seen the red flags that were in her.
Probably, yeah.
And that would have been a road that he would have said, I'm good.
Yeah, some things you could see. And sometimes as humans, we do see, but we choose to ignore. We bird box the situation.
Yep.
Kind of like what's going on right now in the world.
Yep.
We see quite clearly what's happening, but the truth is stranger than fiction as of right now. And so sometimes the truth can be so raw.
Very raw.
And so just the truth, the naked, they talk about
just dismayed.
Ain't got no clothes on. Truth just out there bearing it all. And we just like, oh my God.
Cover your eyes.
Cover your eyes.
Naked.
Yeah.
The truth is,
oh my God. The truth. You need to put some clothes on, right? So we don't want to embrace it because it's the naked truth. It is bearing it all. So it makes us uncomfortable. So we will just pretend like I didn't see that, or I didn't hear that, or they didn't say that, or I'm tripping. When you know what you just saw. Right. So we gotta stop doing that. Right. We really have to move past that, because we live in a world so fake that the truth scares us. This world is really fake. It's very, very fake. Everything is really our reality. Our reality is upside down. Look at it. Really look at it.
Yeah, but you know what? Celestial Mind, you were right in tune with me, because it's yes, it is an illusion, but it is an illusion that we're feeding to ourselves.
Speak on that, brother.
We are here gaslighting ourselves.
We blowing our own behind up.
We want to you want to blame it on the karmic, or you want to blame it on your ex? No, come on now. Come on now.
Self-accountability got to be kicking at some point.
Because if you can sit back and see it in everybody else's relationship, if you can sit back and look at everybody else encountering and be like, oh, wow, he don't really love her. Look, he let her walk on the right side instead of on the left side. If you're a real man, you know what I mean when I'm saying that. And things like that. Like, you can look at somebody else's situation and you can judge it.
Right.
But you can't judge yours.
Would you do that same? Would you have the same energy for yourself? That's some shit right there. Yeah.
Because even with seeing this whole situation, you know, I'm looking at our relationship like, okay, am I blind to any signs or anything like that? Of course, we're not. I mean,
shoot, baby, I'll be telling you my signs. I'll be telling you my signs.
Yeah.
I'm always the one walking on the traffic sign.
See, that's my man right there. That's my, see.
Go on now.
Brooke, you better hold on to that man.
Go on now.
He know what I'm talking about.
Go on now.
If your man don't know that he's supposed to walk on the side of the traffic and the woman's supposed to be on the, away from the traffic, that's a sign.
That's a good sign.
That's a
very good sign. And listen, I'm not to what you call it, but I'm just gonna say what I say. And it's a beautiful thing. And these are good signs that you guys could look at to see. Not necessarily, but it's a good sign, right? When we went out to eat, y'all saw we posted a little video thingamajigger, right? And you know, somebody gave us a thumbs down. I tell you,
who gave us a thumbs down?
They got some real miserable people out here. But anyhow, so when we were coming out from the pizza place, I was getting in the car. My baby opened the car door for me. Listen, we've been together almost 4 years, and he still do this. Still open the car door. And so this lady was standing at the bus stop, I guess, with another kid. I don't know if it was her son or what, but he looked really young. And so I'm just used to it. It's just something I'm used to. So he opened the car door, and I went in and sat down, and he closed the door. And the lady was actually looking. She was like, and then she started telling the guy, the little boy that she was with, that he was opening the car door for me to.
He did that?
Yeah, she was talking to him.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
She looked around and she was smiling, and I'm just like, oh, I was kind of like, you know, it's so nice. So yeah, that's a good sign. That would be a really good sign if something like that was if you see things like that. You just have to look, and you know, it's the smaller things. It's the smaller things that you really look for.
Yep. So yeah, look out for that. You know, even though they may be trying to put you back in the house,
right? If
you can get out, get out.
Right. Yeah, that's what we do. We had such a good time. I felt like I was with my best friend.
Yeah.
We had a good laugh.
Yes.
It was nice. It was a breath of fresh air to go out again, because we hadn't went out in a while.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Because we don't want to deal with the tomfoolery.
We're not doing that. No, sir.
If y'all had seen some of the videos we had put out when this first thing started popping off, and I'm just going to say this, and we're going to get into a card reading, because Sharice, I know you've been holding for a while, so we're going to get into your reading, okay? But if y'all had seen the things that we did when this pandemic started out, oh, we were giving people hell. We were not talking about what you talking about. I can't come in and shop. I've been coming here for the past 2 years,
right?
Shopping, and now I can't shop. You better,
yeah. We man.
And then it got to a point when I just started walking past people like, here, would you like? No, I'm good.
Right. would you like some gloves? Excuse me, what
No.
am I doing with? Is this a hospital? Like,
No,
what
I like air. I like to breathe.
Man,
And so after a while, you know, we just didn't want to keep fighting these things.
It was like bringing down our vibrations.
Yeah.
So we started just ordering.
Yep.
We just order everything, groceries, everything comes to the house. Water, our water.
You know, cause we're a little sidetracked, but we had this place, and it was a metaphysics shop.
I know.
Got crystals everywhere. Got books of spells and
everything.
You know, holistic type thing. And we used to go there to get our water. We get our alkaline water. And when we started to see that they were down with the get down, and they wanted to make people put all these restrictions on people, and we're in a metaphysics shop, a holistic shop that got probably a lot of the stuff that was on the shelf can knock out corona.
Right.
Come on.
That's how we know y'all stuff don't even work.
Yeah.
And we just stopped going there.
Yeah, yeah. So
somebody said people have died. People die every day.
People die every day.
Every day people
die. And that's the problem. A lot of people are afraid to die.
Exactly. And you know what y'all should do? If you really want to check these numbers that they tricking y'all with, okay? Look up. Okay, we did this the other night because we showed y'all this the other night. Look up. They say people dying in mass numbers, right? How so many people dying? Oh my God, we're losing so many people. You know that crazy what's that Sleepy Joe? That crazy
Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe talking about how, man, the US census is 331 million people. Sleepy Joe went on national television talking about somehow over 350 million Americans have been jabbed up. Sleepy Joe.
He said 350 million.
350 million Americans have already been jabbed up.
And so
and the population is 331 million. Sleepy Joe, what you talking about?
Hold on.
Hey, why isn't out here tricking people?
Hold on, Sherry, just hold on for a moment. We about to get it into you, but I just gotta get this pulled up.
Man, they be tripping. Don't let them trick y'all. Okay. Whenever they say something, you have to go and you have to look up what they're saying because they are lying. Listen, Mr. Demon Gates.
Okay, we're just gonna share this real quick, and then we're gonna
we're gonna let y'all see this because we're not lying. It's their ones that's lying. Look how lying. Look at the lies. Look at the lies.
Look, just look at this right now, okay?
Y'all look.
Let me get this off the thing.
They saying it's so terrible. People are
Sleepy Joe said that 350 million people
have been jabbed up. Okay.
But we have 332 million. We have 332 million. Where are these other 20 million people?
Listen,
and then the last thing, I'm just gonna let y'all see this.
Come on now, bring it.
So if the population is falling, okay. If the death toll is rising every day, okay. So in 2019,
look, we're just gonna look at
it. It's 330 million.
Right.
Okay.
2019.
So if that is the case, then that means that
2020 should have wiped some people out, man.
It should have been like
down.
Boom.
Boom.
Right.
Like, look at this.
So let's look at this. 22. It went up 1 million.
1 million. Look at that.
It went up 1 million.
Okay, well, we know for sure now.
Okay,
it's going to go down in 2021.
In 2021.
2020 hit hard, right?
2021, it went up another million.
Another million. Where they at?
Okay, so we just gonna come down off the high horse for a moment. Right now, if you are still watching the mainstream media, I'm sorry, it's no help for you after this point. Don't do it. If you are still believing that your polytricksters are on your side, we can't help you no more. Okay? I'm just giving you some hard facts.
It's hard to swallow sometimes to believe that this level of lie takes place, but it does on a daily basis. And if you study dark psychology, okay, if you study dark psychology, you would understand, you would see it. It will be like plain as day. You'll be able to see it plain as day. Study dark NLP and dark psychology, and you would see exactly what they're doing.
Yeah. So we're off our soapbox.
We done.
We appreciate you for your love. But we just wanted to put that out there. And just like somebody else said, I think it was Celestia Mayat that said that we need to get over the fear of dying.
Come on, guys.
Okay? Because if you are on this spiritual path, and you know we are energy.
Right.
We are energy. And what do they say in the science world, which is what a lot of this is supposed to be based off of?
Pseudoscience.
All of this pseudoscience. Can you destroy energy? Can you eliminate energy? You may be able to stop the flow of energy, but even though you stop the flow, it's still there. So if we are energy, how is it possible that we die?
Listen, you can't stop it. You can't kill it and stuff like that, but you can control it.
Okay.
That's what y'all need to be focused on, is who will be controlling your energy after you break this body. That's what you need to be concerned about. Not actual breaking the body,
right?
But who is working towards controlling your energy once you break the body. And that's what Mr. Man here is working on. And you know how I like to show y'all stuff. I'm about to show y'all this, and y'all could do your own research. If you don't believe me.
What is that on?
This is Mr. Demon Gates.
Oh, but you got that on Facebook, right?
Okay. Yeah, but I'm gonna show them. Y'all, I hope y'all can see it, because you know how YouTube be doing sometimes to people. So that's why I'm showing you on my phone, so I don't, you know what I'm saying? Same. So I'm gonna show y'all this, and you can look it up yourself. It got the patent number on here that you can look it up yourself. Hold on.
I don't know if you can.
See if y'all. Yep, it's right there. Screenshot that, y'all, and go look up that patent number. Okay, and I'm gonna give y'all another one to look up, so that y'all can see. So y'all can
screenshot.
Y'all can make educational decisions about yourself, because what this dude is planning on doing, he is literally planning on capturing your energy once you break this body and putting your ass to work. And you gonna complete tasks, and you gonna get some crypto. You know what is crypto? Crypto means dead.
Yeah, and just real quick, because we don't want to hold y'all too long. Just to give y'all a little bit of background on what that whole crypto thing that Mr. Gates has. So in 2013, the Supreme Court ruled that organic DNA, cannot be patented. Okay?
Go ahead and speak to them, baby. I'm just gonna show them right here.
So in 2013, now this is another part. Organic DNA cannot be patented. But if there is a synthetic DNA,
which is called cDNA,
if a vessel contains cDNA, it can be patented.
And something that is patent is owned.
Okay. And so what happens now is that so they're patenting cDNA, which is complementary DNA, which is also mRNA. Okay. Just
showing them so they can look it up.
Because if y'all don't know that we're not the normal twin flames, I'm so sorry. We're not the normal twin flames. We are true warriors. We're gonna love you. We're gonna hug you up. We're gonna send you all the love and light. But we also gonna give you some hard truth, and we know how to fight. So definitely look that up. All right, look that up. And then the thing that's going on with Mr. Gates is that, so now this synthetic DNA, the mRNA, now has the ability to be plugged up to the cloud
and receive instructions.
Okay. And so now what Mr. Gates has is that his Bitcoin is tied to your DNA. And what happens is that there's a task that you will be given to do. And through that technology, the technology that is now in your mRNA, your cDNA, is going to be able to tell whether or not you have completed the task. And if you complete that task, then you get your Bitcoins.
And this is his little model that he's going to be using to give y'all asses tasks to do.
Okay. So that's the whole thing, body activity. And it's being monitored through the synthetic DNA. See, they have to get the synthetic DNA in you so that they can then put the other technology in that's going to connect to it and go on and go on. So y'all get what we're saying.
I see what we're saying here.
And this even ties, I bet y'all wonder, like, how does this tie in to the video of the young lady ditching the good dude and ended up being with the narcissist? This can happen on a whole nother level. Your body.
Speak to that.
Your body is the best partner that you could ever ask for. It gives you all the love. It fights off viruses. Your heart pumps blood through your body. Your body loves you so much that it automatically breathes for you.
And blink when you forget to blink.
But you can get so high and mighty and think that you're better than your body, or you think that somebody else somebody else other than you know what's best for your body. And then you go and trust somebody else and you end up getting with a narcissist, and then you get effed up in the game.
Instead of having DNA, now you have C in front of your DNA.
Okay. So it is very, very important for you to understand. Yes, I had the most beautiful woman in the world. Don't nobody look better than my baby.
Dude, you're so nice to me.
But you have to understand that you have to fill up your cup.
Fill that thing all the way up.
Because if you don't fill your cup up and you rely on somebody else to fill your cup,
right?
They may not fill the cup with the things that you want in it,
or what you think is inside of it. And you know what's the latest thing that I'm hearing, guys, out in the world? And it really, I'm just like, where am I? Sometimes I'm like, what planet is this? How can I get off this planet? There is a thing that people are saying now, and I see them texting it all the time and tweeting it and whatever, putting it on Facebook. And they're saying that they don't care what's in the thingy-majiggy. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They don't care what's inside of it. And the reason, this is their rationality behind this bullshit. The reason why they don't care what's inside of the thingy-majiggy is because they take Tylenol when they have a headache. And they don't know what's in the Tylenol. And, you know, they go to the grocery store every day and they buy groceries. And they don't read all of the ingredients that's, you know, on the items that they buy. They just buy it, and then they go home and they cook it and they eat it, and they're okay. So they're applying the same analogy to the thingamajiggy. And I'm just like, what the hell is this? And I'm actually seeing multiple people say the same thing. So I'm like, is this the new instructions that was sent out?
Man,
I'm just like, wow. Like, how is this? Wow.
Right.
So I'm just blown away. Like, you're comparing ingredients in the food, which you can poop out, by the way, to the thingamajiggy.
That's attaching to your DNA.
That's attaching to. I'm like, what the hell is this shit? Like, where are some guys? Sometimes I don't know where we are.
Yeah.
It's this level of ignorance. And you know what's crazy? The person that I saw who put this tweet out was someone that was supposed to be an intellectual, someone that's supposed to be intelligent. And this is in a different country. This is where I'm from, in St. Vincent. Like, you know, they are like really, they're one of the rich, if you want to call them rich or whatever. I guess in they would be considered rich.
Yeah.
For here. But I'm just like, I was just so, wow. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Did you really say that?
Yep. And Mark, I forgot how to say this name, but you are so right. They want normality at any cost. And that cost is their own well-being.
Well-being, try soul. Somebody up there said soul slaves, which is right in alignment with what Mr. Gates is trying to do, create soul slaves. If you guys don't realize, I think the thing of it is people have this, they've been teaching people that after death, you know, either you go to heaven,
okay, I got
or
you.
you go to either you go to heaven or you go to hell. This is what they teach people. And this is so untrue in the sense that they're doing it. So if you can believe that death is the worst thing that can happen to you in this life, then that's it. Free reign. Because you're not understanding that when someone owns your DNA,
come on now,
baby, where you going after you break the body? You going in this damn virtual computer to work and get your cryptocurrency when you complete the task. Because now you in AI instead of being free in a body, because you already signed that contract and it's okay for you to be owned and plug your damn energy up into AI.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's worse things than death, man.
Oh yeah, they're
more worse things.
You know, there's an episode of Black Mirror where this it's one of the newer versions that got, I think Jordan Peele is no, it's not, that's Twilight. Is it Twilight Zone that we were watching? Yeah, it was Twilight Zone. It was Twilight Zone because it's the one with Jordan Peele is hosting. And there's this one particular series of this this inmate that was on death row. And
oh yeah.
And the guy came to him on death row and said, hey, I have this opportunity for you and it will set your family straight. You're still gonna die, but if you do this, then you know we'll send money to your family and they'll not have to worry again. And what he did was sold his essence to this guy. And so essentially what happened was that he ended up pretty much selling his soul to this guy for this theme park to amuse everybody else, to seeing him being electrocuted
over and over and over again.
And he was just being tormented. Like he could have just died. If he had died at the electric chair, then he would have been fine. He would have been a whole nother realm and he would have been good. But no, he decided to sell his soul and help his family out. And yeah, we want to help our family out. But in this particular situation, it was not beneficial for him because he still ended up being tortured. Okay. So just know that there are things that are worse than death. Okay. And death is just a transition from this plane to another plane. There are so many movies that have been out that is telling you all about this. One of the things that definitely comes to mind is Altered Carbon. If you haven't seen that on Netflix, you need to watch it. If you haven't seen Black Box.
Oh, that's another one.
Black Box is one you need to look into. Like they tell y'all a lot in these movies and these TV series what's really going on, but you're so busy being entertained and you're so into the witchistry that you don't see what they're telling you.
They tell us. Come on now. They do tell us.
So
they really do.
So let's just stop there.
We're gonna stop there with the conspiracists tonight.
We're gonna stop there.
That's enough for the conspiracists.
And we're gonna get into these card readings. Look like we got one request in so far. Actually got more than that. Let me see what's going on.
We've been going so long, guys. Our bad. When we get our chances to go into our conspiracy stuff, we take every little opportunity we have.
All right. So we got Sherry, and then we have I think this is Celestine.
That's a
Yes.
beautiful. I love that name.
All right, so Sherry, you're up first.
All right,
So hopefully
Sherry.
y'all enjoyed it. And if y'all have enjoyed the information up until this point, make sure you give us that thumbs up.
All right.
And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And right now we're actually streaming on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Periscope. So if you're watching us on any one of those platforms, what's up, ADT?
Oh, in the house.
If you are watching us on any one of those platforms, please follow us, subscribe, and then we'll go into other things as well. So let's get into these card readings, and then we're going to love y'all, and we're going to head on out.
That's right. So this one is for the first one.
Sherry.
Sherry. So we got a chrome coming out. So we got some untapped feminine energy I'm sensing. Huh, Sherry? Untapped feminine energy, which is the creator energy. So it's in there. It's in there. The crone usually represents a woman who knows who she is, you know, and she's not afraid to be who she is, and she's ready to put away all of those little gaming stuff, childish things, and really step into her full self and her full potential. But I'm feeling like, you know, you still got that vigor in there. You still got that creative juice in there. But for whatever reason, it's not coming out in its fullness.
Mm-hmm.
So Sherry, go ahead and let that. Ooh, Sherry, you got a lot going on here, Sherry. Go ahead and let that out, Sherry.
Mm-hmm.
Create. Go ahead and start creating. You know, you have natural innate gifts inside of you. And sometimes our gifts it holds so tight to things that, you know, traumatize us, mm-hmm. or past experiences that we might have, right? So dig deep within yourself and unlock those gifts, you know, as far as you creating or manifesting something big or whatnot, right? I feel like something big that you're trying to create or manifest. Mm-hmm. Do it. You can do it.
Yes.
Look deep within yourself or your soul and pull it out. It's in there.
Yep.
All right. And what we have here, romance. Cupid arrow strikes.
All right. So Sherry, this is your love card that came up talking about romance.
Romance me. Okay. Romance.
And that just says Cupid arrow strikes.
All right now.
So, hey, keep that heart open.
Keep it open.
Make sure you did that work first, and don't forget them red flags. Don't ignore them red flags, but you got some good stuff coming.
Yes, you do. And this other one here, this is telling you to clean up the clutter. This one is the Four of Air. Mm-hmm. It says to, you know, put some order in your environment, clean up house. And also it says if you truly want something, you will make time for it. Limit distractions and time wasters, you know, weed out bad habits and remove the negative influences that surround you. So this one could symbolize clutter, not only in a physical, but in a mental realm, mm-hmm. or sometimes both. But really time to really start getting things in alignment to where you're trying to be, right? Look at that, 23. Yeah, I've been seeing 23 for like 2 weeks now, every single day, everywhere I turn. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's see what the ancestors is talking about. Let's get to the ancestors. Come on, ancestors. What message do you have for Sherry on today? Something that can really help to put her on the right track. Maybe it's something from the past, future, or is it something in the present? But what message? All right, so we have amethyst.
All right, and ADT, I don't know if you can see this, but this box has been used quite a bit. It came from Dreams of Gaia tarot deck. That's where that came from.
I love. Listen, amethyst represents inner peace. Okay, yeah, I did the chrome.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Amethyst represents inner peace. It says here you have an addictive personality. Make a concerted effort to overcome such behavior of obsession of any kind and avoid overindulgence. Balance work and play. It says you are prone to excess in both. Understanding hidden causes and compulsive actions brings peace. And hand your will over to your soul and allow your spirituality to flourish, right? And also it says relief, self-defeating programs. Do not rely on others. You create anything you set your mind to. Remember we said with the crone? So that's untapped feminine energy that you have within you. And that feminine energy is the creator energy that will allow you to literally create the reality that you desire to live in and experience. So it's within you. Just pay attention to it, okay?
Yes, and if you all don't know that the feminine energy is definitely online, come on now. It is rising up.
Big time.
Especially our goddesses. Come on.
Big time. It is here.
Okay. And next up we have Celestine.
I love that name.
Please tell me I'm saying that right.
Look at that again, 23. It's just everywhere. Celeste.
Yes, Celeste.
That's so pretty.
All right.
I like that name.
Awesome.
All right, Celeste.
Sherry, we thank you so much.
Thank you, Sherry. I hope that was helpful. Okay, so we have here sexual union. Another creator energy.
All right. Now this is for Celestine. Hopefully I'm saying that right. This is the love card that came up for you, which is talking about sexual union.
Oh my.
Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, which you are.
Beautiful.
For there you'll find your true bliss.
That is beautiful.
All right. Oh yeah. Yeah.
She got her eyes open wide.
Got your eyes open wide. Got that sexual union. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Beautiful.
That is beautiful. All right. So let's see what Mother Gaia got for you. Look like you got some new beginnings. All right. So is that the fire? Oh, new beginnings, new opportunities is on the horizon. I love it. I love it. I love it. So look out for new opportunities around the corner. You know, whether it's job, career, you know, new way of seeing things, new ideologies are around the corner. That's the one. That's the dragon. Yes. The dragon always symbolizes something new that's either happening now or something new that is about to happen. So just be very mindful.
Yes, and that dragon energy is very strong right now. Hold on.
Let's see what your ancestors got to say.
Yeah, that dragon energy is very strong.
Quantum. Ooh, girl. We got some quantum. All right now. So yeah, so just new beginnings. That's what the dragon energy symbolizes. I'm gonna show her the So it says here, new beginnings, new opportunities. Make sure that you're actively pursuing your goals, right? And take advantage of what's being offered. And also you might need to put in a little bit of action because, you know, fire means transmutation, but it needs that little action to get that little push. Meditating and, you know, visualization is good. But with the fire, it's transmutation. So you're going to have to push, you know, put in that little physical work and weave your future into being, right? And it says break with tradition and offer something new. So sometimes, you know, we can be used to doing something a certain way, but that's cool. But sometimes we can take that same thing and kind of make it our own thing, right? With our creative energy. So that is beautiful. And so the next one we have from the ancestors, we have synergy. Beautiful synergy. So it says here, you're an extremely complex person who is seeking wholeness within yourself. Examine all facets of your personality, especially those you hide from yourself and others. Accept those of value. Find the gift hidden deep within your mistakes. You know, we make mistakes, but there are gifts in there sometimes. Forgive and let go. Release yourself from codependencies and abusive relationships. Heal your inner child. Recognize the resources you have to draw on, right? It also says karmic aspects need healing. Your question is nowhere near as straightforward as it seems. It looks like you have some kind of question. So dig deep and see all sides. The power of the whole is much greater than its component parts, and that's the synergistic energy. Once you have all the information, you are invincible and evolve rapidly. Wow, sounds like this is sending you on a mission to collect fragments of yourself that you might have left either in time, situations, circumstances, or even with people. That is beautiful.
Yeah. And, you know, somebody had mentioned earlier about how our late night video was really helpful.
Oh, yeah.
And a part that was said on that video is that you have to really go back and gather pieces of yourself and really become whole so that you can become your greatest version. Okay? Because your greatest version is going to require all pieces of you, even the ones that you don't like.
So that's been said. I feel like I've been to hell and back, and I'm only 28.
Oh gosh.
You know what? You hit on the fast track. That's what that is.
Yeah.
That's called a fast track to ascension. If that's how you feel, that means that you're here to really do some work.
Yep.
And it is okay. I'm here to tell you it's okay. Listen, I felt like that too at 28.
Yeah.
It is okay.
Yep. All right. And so last call for any card readings. Once again, if you would like to send a donation via Cash App, you can. We're going to touch on just a few more things just to wrap it up.
Yeah.
But you got a few minutes to get your request in. So this is the last call.
She said, this past week, I've been present and it's peaceful. Beautiful, beautiful.
Nice,
I mean, listen, if you've been through that much, I mean, our higher self does give us a break, you know?
Yeah.
We do catch a break in between our experiences.
Yes.
So that is beautiful.
So just to wrap everything up, because we started out with the video of the lovely young lady talking about her experience, about how her partner built her up, and then she said that, oh, well, I'm better than him. I'm gonna go find somebody else. And she ended up finding somebody else and ended up being with a narcissist for 2 years. So it would behoove all of us to do our shadow work. You know, a lot of people out there say do the work, but they don't tell you how to do the work. And we have tons of videos on our channel telling people how to do the work. Even a video that if you are a Royal Starseed on our YouTube channel, and if you're a Royal Twin Flame on our website, you have access to our 2-hour webinar that goes into details about how to do shadow work. Even on some of our free videos, the information is there. Because we want to provide you all with the best versions of yourself, provide you with information that can be applied easily, naturally, and automatically. So we are out here in these streets giving y'all this information. But one thing I definitely want to touch on before we head out, because we put out a lot of information.
We do.
We give a lot of resources. Especially on our webinars that we do. The PowerPoints, they don't just come out of thin air, and we don't just blow smoke out of our behinds. We pull the information from resources, and then we provide those resources to those who watch the videos or those who do sessions with us. We provide you all with the resources. But one of the things that's bewildering to me, that is just beyond me, is that you can give all of the information, provide all of the resources, but then they're still complaining about, oh, my leg hurts. Oh, I can't get over this person. Oh, my mindset is, I just keep messing up, and I don't know why I keep messing up. But I was like, at some point in the game, you got to start putting in what's called some sweat equity. Okay? Because when you're building a business or you're trying to build a lifestyle, and especially if you're doing it with somebody else and with other people along the journey who come along, they do card readings for you and they tell you certain things, or they do a session with you and they give you instructions on things to do. You know, they put in their sweat equity But now it's time for you to put in some sweat equity.
Right. And actually go through the application process.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's some individual I just see it, like, you know, they'll go and they'll go get a reading from this person, they'll go get a reading from that person, they'll go get their natal chart read from this person, they'll go to this person, they'll get their natal chart read, and they'll go to somebody else and
let some Reiki,
you know,
healing.
find out, get some Reiki healing, or go to this person and find out who my twin flame is. And at the end of all of that externalization, they're still feeling empty, or they still feel like they don't have the answers that they're seeking. And this is simply because these individuals that do card readings, and first of all, let me explain how psychic works, because a lot of people, I've explained this before, but this is a while back. So I think I need to revisit that again. Just for those people who get card readings, or for people who go to psychics and things like that to get your reading, right? This is how psychic works. All psychic work like this. There is something called the string theory. Okay, if you guys don't know what the string theory is, go look it up on YouTube. You'll find plenty of videos explaining into great detail what the string theory is. With that being said, we have something that's called this is like we literally live in a multiverse where you have different dimensions that exist, or everything is happening at the same time. Past, present, and future is all happening at the same time. It's like it's on a string. And with that string, you have different dimensions of realities, right? That break away. Actual different dimensions. So let's say you are, let me just use smoking for an example. Let's say you're a chain smoker, right? And you go to get a reading from a psychic, and the psychic tells you, well, you know what? Looking at this reading, it looks like, you know, in the next couple of years, you're going to develop this type of cancer or whatnot. It looks like you might get a divorce and stuff like that. But the reason why the reading is, she's tapped in to the timeline that you're an energetic match to at that particular time when you're doing the reading. So that's what she's tapping into. She's tapping into your energetic field, or he's tapping into your energetic field of the timeline that you're most matched to, right? So if you leave that psychic, right, from that reading, and you continue onto your path of smoking, if you continue onto your path of drinking and being abusive, the things that she say, it will come true, because she's spoken to that particular timeline that you were living. Okay. Now, let's say you leave that psychic reading and you decide that, you know what, I'm gonna quit smoking. I'm gonna go on a detox and quit smoking. I'm gonna stop drinking. I'm really start being kinder to my wife. I'm gonna really start, you know, doing different things so that I can start having a different experience. So what you did is you literally tapped out of that timeline and you went into another timeline. So obviously you won't experience those things that psychic read out, because you left that particular timeline.
Yeah. And just to drive it home, it came up prematurely. Because if y'all remember the movie Endgames, where Doctor Strange was going in and he was trying to look at all of the possibilities to see how they would beat Thanos. Okay? So I'm just going to play this little clip. It's only like 46 seconds. I'm just going to play this so that you all can see what we're talking about. Okay? Just give you some visualizations, because sometimes you need some visualization, right? Here we go.
Excuse me? But does your friend often do that?
Strange. You all right?
He's going through looking at all the possibilities.
Be back, Jeremy.
Hey, what was that?
Went forward in time to view alternate futures, to see all the possible outcomes of the coming conflict.
How many did you see?
14,605.
14,605.
So out of the 14,605,000, there was only one possibility of them being those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what's going on when you're connecting. Hey, even with us, okay, we're not exclusive to this, okay?
Right.
But just understand what's going on behind the scenes. Doctor Strange saw 14. I forgot how it's a huge ass number. Okay, he saw like 14 million different possibilities or different scenarios in which they go and fight Thanos. And then so they asked, well, which one of those scenarios did we win in? Or in as far as card reading, which path do I need to take to be with my love? And so he came up, there's only one path that will get you what you want. And so just like my baby was talking about a moment ago, if you really buy into that and you start drifting over to that path, yeah, you can make it happen. But just know that they are really tuning in to the most harmonious possibility for you.
Right. The vibration that you're currently on, or whatever frequency that you're on, that's what the reading is going to read to, if that makes sense.
Right. All right. So that's the information that we wanted to leave you all with. We didn't want to hold you all too long.
Angie said you want to get a reading.
Let me do one. We didn't get any other requests in. Let me just double check.
I think we got any other. Did you send a request, Angie? Let me check to see if it came in and we didn't see it. Look at it. It's 10:23. Again, 23. I can't get away from this 23. It's everywhere. Yesterday we went to eat. The bill, it was 23 cents for we left at 3:23. It's just 23 everywhere.
Yes. All right.
Alrighty, I think that's it. You have to leave the live chat and follow. Oh, thank you, Celeste. Thank you for that. Y'all is just so loving in the chat. Listen, I got a big up to everybody in the chat, man. You guys are loving. I mean, sometimes we look at other people's lives and stuff like that, and gotta tell you, there are some really mean people in the world.
Oh,
okay. We were looking at Offset's video that she did with this guy, 13 Sign Astrology. And for whatever reason, I've been drawn to listen to him. You know, he's really on a different perspective. But for some reason, I understand him.
I don't know if that's an indication that we're out there too.
I don't know what that means. Yeah. But I completely understand him. I get him. And I listen to him because I feel like he brings codes or whatever, or messages. And I know a regular mundane person will listen to him and be like, oh, this dude is cool for Cocoa Puffs. But I get him. 100%, I really get him. And, you know, he's it's like he's one of those individuals who's been really on his spiritual path, like really, really studying and really, really connecting on different planes, different dimensions, and not just talking about it, but really doing it for real. And so sometimes when you're that much vested or invested in connecting like that on that level, sometimes you forget about this physical body. You really do. You really don't care too much about this physical body because you understand that I am so much more than this physical body. I'm really just concerned about my afterlife. Literally like an Egyptian, preparing for his afterlife, building his pyramids and stuff like that in the astros, so that he's good, because you're probably going to be spending more time there than here anyhow, right? Just securing that. And so with that, he kind of, you know, he looks probably a little rough or whatnot, but that shouldn't take away from the level of knowledge that he's bringing to the table. And, you know, the people in the comment section when Offset was doing his interview, I'm just like, wow. So you're not really listening to what the guy is saying. You haven't even went to his channel to see his content,
his body of work,
his work. And they just, oh, look how he looks, and laughing at him and stuff like that. I'm just like, there's some real mean motherfuckers out there. Just really, really, really mean. But you know what? I brought it in and I realized that, hurt people hurt people. And so sometimes people can only communicate from where they're at.
Yep.
But it's a lot of people. It was just so, I didn't expect it to be that many negativity in the comments. And so just coming back here to say big up to you guys in the chat.
Yes.
Because we really don't encounter a lot of problems in the chat where we have a lot of negativity in the chat.
Right.
We do see a lot of support in the chat where you guys help each other out, and you give each other advice and you send love to each other. And it's really refreshing to go in someone else's chat and see the madness, and then we can really appreciate you guys for really loving on each other like this. So we definitely appreciate you. I mean, we have a small number of people that look at our live right now, and we all know why. So we're not even stressing it. We know we shadow ban on the low key, but whatever.
But we also know that certain information is just not for everybody.
Exactly. It's not for everybody. So it kind of works out for the benefit of us, right? So we are grateful, and we are grateful for every one of you who are here watching us and who support our channel and who donate to our channel. Sometimes we sit down and we get donations to the Cashapp out of the blue. And we just want to say we really appreciate each and every one of you guys who donate to us, who support us. And we welcome any new subscribers. We have quite a few new subscribers. So welcome to our channel. We hope that you do enjoy our content. And just know that we truly love and appreciate every last one of you. And if you want to become a Royal Twin Flame on the website, head over to our website at twinflamesunite.com, singular, so twinflameunite.com, and you can become a Royal Twin Flame, and you get to see all of the webinars that we do that are pretty inspirational, very informative, and it really helping you on your journey to ascend and also to connect with your twin flame if that is what you desire. And also don't forget to get the book. A moth is also a butterfly. I don't even think it's not in here. Okay, a moth is also a butterfly. It's not in here. But it's a beautiful book. Go and get yours on the website. If you just want to get the digital copy, you can get that from the website. Or you can go to Amazon and you can get the physical book.
Hey, but the link for the physical book is on our site as well.
Yes.
So just click on that link that's down there, or well, in the description, because you can't click on the screen and go to the website. We ain't got to that point yet. But we thank all of those who are buying the book right now. It's just right on track to be one of the best sellers. So we appreciate it. And we definitely look forward to celebrating that.
Yes. So. And somebody said she's been listening to him since 2012. Man, that guy is so smart. 13 sign astrology he is so freaking intelligent. I can't even imagine, like, oh my gosh, people will just run at the mouth like that. But hey, it takes all kinds to make up this world. Yeah, because my baby knows firsthand. Probably the reason why you resonate with him so much is that sometimes when I start going into a topic, I can go way up here. I'll be like, because it happened like this, and then it went this way, and then, and you're like, nigga, what the hell you just said? No, the best part is when you start in the middle. That's what he does. Start dead in the middle of a sentence, like you was there in their head when the sentence begun, right? Like, I can't believe that happened. They just went over there and like, hold on, what? Who went where? Right. So it's like, hold on, you gotta catch up. You gotta play. Let me go in his mind real quick and just catch up real quick, and then kind of piece it together, and then you're like, oh, okay, I get it now. I get it. But if you go and look at 13 Signs Astrology, you can see that he hit a level. Right. Because when you look at some of his older videos, they're structured, going through it, and you can follow along with it. And it's some dope-ass information. Right. Hell, I found out that I'm actually an Aquarius. Right. And I'm a Virgo. Can you imagine? When you go to the real side of astrology. But but you'll notice that at a certain point, it flipped.
and the information is very coded. And if you haven't done a lot of the studies, shadow work aside, if you haven't really dug into the esoteric type of things, if you haven't really dug into the metaphysics of things, if you haven't dug into the occult things, a lot of the stuff that he's saying, you be like, what the hell is this nigga talking about?
You know what? And thanks to our studies that we've been doing recently is one of the reasons, because you have to have certain prerequisites to be able to listen to him. And it's because we were doing all of these studies, why I even understand what the hell he's saying. So that probably could be it too, because we've been doing a lot of study and we've been doing a lot of meditation. And I would say this, I will leave you guys with this after I give you the collective card reading, okay, which is thought, okay? Hold that thought. I'm so corny. I'm so corny. But yes, guys, I would leave you with this. Start opening up your mind.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
For those of you who are still stuck on religion, not saying there's anything wrong with it, because everything has its reason and rhyme and stuff like that, right? But try to open up your mind. Try to open up to the bigness. I guess that's the only word I can use. Try to open up yourself to the bigness of you. You know, because we are so much more. And so when you start meditating on opening up and expanding to this cosmos, it will come to you naturally. Like the books that you need to read, it'll manifest itself, it'll come to you. And you'll just be led into something else and into something else. And everything will start unfolding. And it's like you'll be reading different books, but it will feel like you're literally reading one book, because one would lead into the other. And then it's like something starts happening on the inside where you literally feel like you're unlocking certain codes within yourself.
Yes.
Right? So start turning inwards, start really reading. If you want to spend time in solitude, that's fine. But you definitely want to start really opening up and kind of take away a lot of the judgments on certain things, because again, just know that this matrix is designed, we literally live in the upside down.
So what's bad is good and what's good is bad.
Or what you've been trained to think is that's bad, it's really not. You know, it's really the thought that makes the thing that way. Like take for instance that sign that Hitler used. What's that sign called? The Nazi?
Yeah, it's called, oh gosh, I forgot.
Swastika?
Yeah, the swastika.
Okay.
The swastika, yeah.
That's a good example.
Yeah.
See, when people see that sign, they get all emotional and they get angry. Oh, that's an evil sign. It's a wicked sign, you know? But then you really never stop to ask yourself, where did I learn this from? Where did I learn that this sign was evil? Or where did I learn that this sign was a bad sign? Right? So we have to start asking ourselves these questions by the things that these matrix have embedded in our subconscious, these symbols, the sigils and stuff like that. The things that they embed in our subconscious, most of the time, 9 times out of 10, if they're telling you that it's bad, you really have to use a different level of intelligence to research it.
Yeah, because just to give you a just a little hint, look behind the curtain. Once you start studying into certain things, you'll actually find out that that swastika is no different than this tree of life. That swastika is actually inside of this tree of life.
So start digging into things, like going deeper, because the rabbit hole it goes as deep as you want it to go.
Yes.
Okay. It's an infinity rabbit hole. The question is, how deep do you want to go?
Right.
But don't take things for face value, man. There's so much lies in this place. It's ridiculous.
It's redonkulous.
It is just beyond me, the amount of lies that you uncover on a day-to-day basis in this freaking matrix, man. So ask questions. Anything that you see that they try to get you to believe is bad and is evil, and, you know, look into it. Find out the origin of that thing. Don't just listen to Darwin because he said this is bad or you came from a monkey. You know, don't just listen to that.
No.
Go beyond him because something happened before he was born.
Yeah. And go beyond the stereotypes.
Go beyond all stereotypes. Look for the origin of things. And then when you find the origin, find the origin's origin. Keep going. And I'm going to leave y'all with this thought. Thank you for holding that thought, okay? So for the collective, this is for the collective, the card reading for the collective, right? Thought. Keep in mind, guys, our thought shapes our reality. And our thoughts are not necessarily ours, okay? That's why you can have an idea and you never act on it, and someone else can have the same idea and come through and make millions off of the thought that you never acted on, right? So just check to see how your thoughts are shaping your current reality, right? And sometimes some of the way that we think about things or people could be outdated.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Think about it. You know, strongly think about it. The person that you might have met in 2012 might not necessarily be the same person in 2021.
Nope.
Just like that 12 swept around to 21, the person could have flipped around too.
Yep.
Right? It might not necessarily. So you might be communicating with that individual in a different time. Right? So really see how your thought is shaping your reality.
Yep. And Charlotte, thank you so much for tuning in. But you caught us right at the end. We're about to head out. We love you so much.
I love you, Charlotte.
But we gotta go ahead and head out because we've been in here for a minute. But yeah, so once again, love yourself. Do your shadow work. Don't let anything external fill your voice.
No.
Okay? You got it. We love y'all.
We love you guys.
We got the special out right now for 88 to get a card reading and natal chart reading.
Double up.
More likely, we're going to add some side rail astrology into that as well.
Yeah.
And especially with this whole Kabbalistic tree that we've been going into, we just getting a whole deeper understanding of whole astrology and the tarot and everything
tarot
else.
Cards too. Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
It's all in there.
So y'all are definitely in for a treat on a bundle.
Yes.
And on this Saturday, we have our
guys, come! Y'all gotta come.
We have our concert that's going on. We got some of our clients that we work with. ADT, she was in the building a moment ago. I don't know if she's still in here. Our boy Chris.
Oh my God, he's so cool.
Our girl Tyler.
She's dope.
We're going to come in and we're going to talk about their spiritual journeys as well as share some dope ass music.
Yes.
So this is going to be an opportunity for you all to really have some fun, lift your vibes up.
That's
so
right.
Tune in with us on Saturday. And if the spirit hits us tomorrow, we'll come back and do another live and do some more card readings. But Saturday, we are going to be having some fun.
Right. If the breeze hit us the right way, we'll come on tomorrow. But I want to say this one last thing before. ADT still here.
Yes,
check her out. She's on Instagram.
Yes.
This is ADT. I told y'all about her a couple days ago. That's the one that always, when she goes into her cocoon phase, and she evolves, oh my God, the transformation each time is just beyond me. She just gets more and more beautiful each time she goes in.
Yes.
And she comes out. It's just like, wow, you know? And so for all of us, when we take the time to go in, you know, to the deepest parts of ourselves, to the parts of ourselves that's scary sometimes to us. But when we take the time to visit that place, and then we visit it, we hold it, we care for it, and we nurture it. When we evolve and come out, it's some butterfly shit that takes place.
Yep.
You come out with new music. You come out with new songs. If you're a poet, you come out with new poems. If you're an artist, new pictures, new business ideas. Right?
Yes.
So yeah, ADT is a perfect example
Yes.
of what it looks like to go inside every time. And I want to say this one last thing. I'm saying a lot tonight. Bear with me. It's just coming through because I feel like these things are for certain people. Sometimes my baby be having his nights. It's probably my night tonight. But I want to talk about just a small little snippet about relationships and people and feeling incomplete because you're not in a relationship. Just real quick, I want to touch on this. Just bear with me, okay?
Speak to that.
Because I know sometimes, you know, the society that we live in, they tend to place our value, how worthy or how unworthy we are, depending on if you have a man or if you got a woman. Well, not even so much you got a woman, because I said that didn't even ring right.
Yeah, it doesn't.
You know, that didn't even ring right.
What do they call it?
The double standard.
Yeah, double standard. Yeah.
So yeah, this is probably for more women than men, because I promise you, it didn't ring the same.
No, it's not. It's like, what are you talking about?
So yeah, so maybe for the women, right? Because maybe this is who this is for. So society, they make you feel less than a person, or they make you feel like you're not so valued because you don't have a man, right? Oh, she don't even got no man. Or damn, she can't even keep a man. And everything around you is kind of surrounded by you being with someone, if that makes sense. So I want to say this to whoever might be experiencing this, because sometimes people have these traditions where if you're not married by the age 30, then you're a lost cause. Or if you're not married by the age, whatever they got put on you, right? You're not as valuable, right? Or if you might have 2 or 3 kids, nobody will want you. You know, all of these things that they got out there to devalue you. I want to say to you, none of those things add or take away from who you really are. Just because you're not in a relationship in this moment, it doesn't mean that you're a less or a greater of a person. All right. I just wanted to let you know this, because I feel like there's some kind of pressure that's going on with certain people not being in maybe what they would call successful relationships or whatnot. Right. There's a kind of pressure that you feel. I don't feel as valuable because I don't have somebody holding my hands going down the street, or I don't have a Valentine's, or whatever the case may be. That's right, Celestial, belief systems. Some of these things are outdated and they need to upgrade. Okay? Your value is not linked to who's linked to your arm. Okay? It is not. It has nothing to do with that. Being with someone is a beautiful thing, and if you find the right one, it's wonderful. But if you're not in a current relationship with someone, it doesn't mean that you're less of a person. Person is a persona, it's a mask anyhow. Right. So don't even worry about it. Don't listen to those words and make it bring down your vibration and make you feel less than who you truly are, because you were born great. You were great because you were born great. That's why you're great. It's because of this matrix why they mess us up like this with all this damn trauma. But we came into this place perfect. Yes. So you don't let nobody tell you less of a person or less of a woman because you ain't got no man on your shoulder or whatever. And that's all I gotta say.
All right. So with that being said, y'all, we love y'all so much. Peace out.
Peace. Love you guys from the bottom of my heart.